As a young child, I used to have like adventures all the time. Well, I call them adventures. My parents just called it me getting in trouble. And they normally end up with me always running away from something, whether it be other kids in the neighborhood or bullies. But it always started with me just getting this itch in the back of my head. So my father, he always looked at every time I get in trouble, of course he'd give me a spanking. He sent me to my room, and I just sit there and just think of new adventures to cause. He got tired of doing all that. So he gave me like this stack of National Geographics. And at first, I'm looking at these things and I'm doodling on them, drawing mustaches on all these people's faces, drawing circle on the nipples on African women. Until I realized that, you know what? These people are just having fun, just living their life, different countries, having adventures on their own. So I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to have adventures. So I joined the military and spent all my fun time going overseas. And then I came back to the United States and just laid low for a little while, chill, and just remember all these adventures I had. Until I got this itch in the back of my head again. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start traveling again. But how can I do it? I'll be a truck driver. So, visit this great country of ours. Seeing like all the special places in the world, the mountains of the Northwest, the deserts of the Southwest, driving an 18-wheeler in New York City, which was, if you've never been through New York City, in a 18-wheeler in Manhattan, do you know how much fun I had? So there was this one time which led to be like the greatest adventure I've ever had. I had to pick up this load out of El Paso, Texas, that was going to California. And the way that the Qualcomm told me I had to go was go straight up through New Mexico and hook a left into the desert of Arizona. Now, the moment I hit New Mexico, I lost everything. I had no cell phone, I had no CB radio, I had no Qualcomm on directions. Luckily, I remember where I was going, but still, I was driving blind. Now, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to use the bathroom really bad. So I pulled up, so I checked the front of me, didn't see nothing. Checked behind me, nothing at all. Pulled over the side of the road, hopped into the desert, pulled out my dick, and just let it go. This is all I heard. So I looked over to my right, and I seen the biggest fucking coyote I've ever seen in my life. Now, I told some guy from Alabama, I've never seen a coyote before, but this motherfucker was just big. And his mouth was just dripping with like blood and guts, and like it just finished its meal. And my big ass was dessert. So, of course, me and my big dick just decided to head for the hills and run. Now, as I run, I could just hear it just chasing me. I look back to see, oh yeah, his family had started to come in too. Like it was freaking Thanksgiving dinner in Arkansas. And as I'm running, I could just hear them coming closer and closer. I could just feel the heat of their breath behind my neck. When all of a sudden, the whole world went white. And I'm just standing there looking. About 100 yards in front of me was this giant, egg-shaped object, about 3 times the size of my truck, just staring at me and the coyotes. Well, actually, just me, because the coyotes just took off like hell. So as I'm looking at this thing, it started coming closer. And my first thought was, oh shit, I'm about to be on Unsolved Mysteries. The headline is going to be, Gone Missing. Big ass man with his dick out. So it started coming closer and closer. And I'm just standing there looking like Star Wars, Star Trek, Babylon 5. Big ass man missing. And then just ride past me. Go across the road and go into the desert. Spun around, then shut off his lights. I'm like, oh shit, I'm peeing again. Next thing you know, it shot straight up in the air. And I'm just watching it disappear. I'm like, fuck. I walk back to my truck, close the door, put my dick away, started my truck, and my cell phone came back on, my CB radio came back on, my Qualcomm came back on. I'm like, what the fuck? And just drove away. Now, I always remember this one thing. Whenever I get this itch behind my back of my head, I know the adventure's about to start again.